remember I was talking about the color space transform. What we did every time was we made a color space transform for Sony images. Remember that we made the color space transform for this image. So what did we do here? I would just give you another tip. So say for example, we want to maybe color space transform, say this image. This is in Rec 709, or maybe say this image. Yeah, just with the two nodes, the one in the beginning, one in the back. So you don't have to do that in all the images. What you can do actually is that if we have the color space transformation here, and if we have the color space transformation here, you can do the exact same settings. So remember these two nodes, what we did for every Sony image, that we went like this we put these values in the first node, and then we put these values in the second node. For example, if you're shooting a lot with S-Log3 files or Sony files, even if you're not, this can be applicable for any other cameras. And if you want to put these settings every time when you are converting the S-Log image, what you can do to make your life easier is there is something called as PowerGrades. So stills are the stills for this specific project, you know, these two stills what we made before. But if you go to PowerGrade, you can already see I have a lot of files here. So PowerGrade, what you can do, if I go here, grab stills, then this setting is set for in DaVinci Resolve for any of my project. Say for example, if I open, say iPhone Reels, yep. If I have the iPhone Reels, let's go to some image which is shot on Sony. Let's say this is all Apple. Let's say this image, it is shot on Sony, right? You can see a lot of color grading. But if this image looked like this, and if I have to do the same as all the conversion, what I can do, I just go to PowerGrade, and I can copy this setting. So I go here, you go apply grade. And that would instantly convert my Sony image to Rec 709 because we made a preset in DaVinci Resolve for all my video projects, for all my video work. So you don't have to do this all the time. I wouldn't recommend to make a proper color grading settings like this in the PowerGrade because all the exposure, everything that is very different for different projects. What you can also do is that you can make a whole node structure like this. You can name everything like this and then put it in the PowerGrade. And then when you go to, make any project, then you don't have to make separate nodes and then you don't have to rewrite the nodes. So that's how, you can use PowerGrades as well. I have the Sony conversion LUT saved here every time. So when I go for Sony image, I just go click this and I can already see that the image is converted into Rec 709 with just one click. I have the same for the drone, I think. So let me go to a drone clip. I have put it here. I think there are some other settings as well, but if I go like so, then if I go apply grade, and if I just disable all of this, then my image is in Rec 709, and before the image was like this. So let me just go quickly here. Here what we did was, you don't have to color grade this with me, but what we did here was, this image was shot in D-Log, which is my drone shots. Or maybe just let me color grade this image so it would make more sense. So how do you color grade this image is, we go here, we go D-Log, because that was shot in D-Logs. I have given you some drone shots as well, and that's how you should edit them. So that is D-Log, and then here we have DJI D-Log. So this is what you need to put. In output color space, we go DaVinci Wide Gamut, we go DaVinci Intermediate. And then here, another color conversion, we go DaVinci, and then DaVinci Intermediate, output, Rec 709, and here we go Gamma 2.4. So you see, now I have made this preset for the drone right in front of you. I can go lots here. I can go gallery, PowerGrade, and then I can just save it here. So I never saved it for the drone, so today I've done it, and that is really cool. So this is how you can transform the drone image to Rec 709, and then you can color grade from here. So I would also really encourage you that when you're doing the video projects, you should also incorporate some drone images and color grade them. And I would be really happy to see you. So I think we are kind of coming towards the end of color grading in DaVinci Resolve. For the free version, I also have a lot of tools to show you that is only applicable for the studio version. So that would be in the upcoming sections. So let's go.